I wanted to show the house as a demonstration that universal design and design for aging in place doesn't need to be ugly, and that can appear like any other house, that can blend into the neighborhood, and it can be attractive and marketable to the mainstream public. Typically when people think of an accessible home, they think of a single-level ranch out in the suburbs. But in the city, the space is just too tight. The lots are too small, land is too expensive. There's just not room to go and have a one-story ranch, so you have to find another solution. So you have to go vertical, and the only way to make that accessible is to have a future elevator. And that's what we've done. We've designed an elevator shaft that will allow us to have the bedrooms and upstairs and downstairs both be accessible when the time comes. It costs us almost nothing to put the elevator shaft in now. It's usable space from the beginning. We have a bonus storage on the main floor where we can put our girls' tricycles, bicycles, strollers, etc. And on the upstairs, it's a space we can use. It's a reading nook to read stories to the girls. It's space that we're going to use out anyways. And then the real savings is down the road when we need to put the elevator in. We're not having to do any structural modifications to the house. We designed the stairs so that they wrap around the stacking closets, and this allows the stair runs to be broken up into 3 sections. If someone were to fall down the stairs, they'd only fall down a few stairs rather than a whole flight. This makes it safer, makes it less likely that someone's going to get seriously injured, and it's just a little more comfortable to use. There's a lot of windows letting in natural light. There's bright colors to offset the gray Seattle weather. It's actually a very efficient floor plan, but it seems roomy just for the way that the space is laid out. And when people come in, they tend to like the house where it seems very welcoming, very warm. We designed the showers to be curbless so that you wouldn't have to step over it and make a tripping hazard, but it also allows you to use a wheelchair in the shower if you ever need to. We've offset the controls of the shower towards the room so that someone can reach in and help us without getting wet. The bathroom vanities are designed so that the base cabinet has lockable caster wheels. You can unlock that easily with your feet and just pull it out of the way. You can use that as storage somewhere else. And then it's finished underneath the cabinet. It's already pre-finished and ready to go, so you don't have to do any modifications in the future. We designed the house to have a great flexibility of use, and one of the features is to put an apartment down in the basement. It could be a caregiver unit in the future. It could be a home office, which it currently is. It could be a rental unit. And planning ahead by doing that now costs very little. It's a usable space, and then down the road, you don't need to modify anything to do it. It's already there. The house has accessible entrances on both the main floor from the street and also in the daylight basement from the alley. I tried to design the house so that any accessibility features were invisible, meaning that no one would notice them until they're pointed out.
Hey Emery, how you doing?
Good to see you. Come on in. How are things going?
Real good, thanks.
There's a stepless entry at the front door, so you can come in with a wheeled object.
What I like about Emery's house for me as a wheelchair user is for me to be able to come here and have easy access into this home and not really have to have any kind of strategic planning, because when I go to most people's homes, it involves some planning. How am I going to get in? Is there going to be a couple people that might assist me up a couple of steps? Or might it be just a home that I just can't go to because it's not accessible, period?
The kitchen is designed so there's wide access around the island. There's a pot filler pull-out spray at the secondary sink adjacent to the cooktop. It allows you to pull out the spray and fill up a pot of water. Pasta on too. We have an induction cooktop, which is the new generation of electric cooktops. It cooks with a magnetic coil that spins around underneath the glass. It's much more efficient. It's got a 90% efficiency. It allows the cooktop not to get as hot, so it's safer. I've been really pleased when visitors come to the house. They come in and they have a sudden sense of openness and they react well to the house. They like how spacious it seems, even though it's a very efficient floor plan. It's not as big as it looks. They come in and they see the warm colors and a lot of natural lighting with the windows, and they just feel it's a nice space to be in, which makes me happy that I've designed a space that actually is welcoming.